Have you come to rescue me? In all the time I've been working at the winery, this is the first time I've been robbed by hilly churls. If you'd taken any long...
Fear not! My friend here is a...
Just as well. And be careful with... I'll be waiting up...
As you wish, mein Fräulein. No rest...
Ready.
I will have order.
Rise!
Into the shadows. Time to testify.
Oz, reveal thyself!
Germinate! Skip! Stabilize! This is order!
Ready.
Crumble! Propagate!
I summon thee! Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Into the shadows.
Rise!
Evil lookers. Shoot on sight.
Here! Propagate! Quake!
I will have order.
Rise!
Loaded.
Here! Quake! Gather!
Ready.
Thank you, my friend. I thought I was in deep trouble this time. It's a good thing you showed up. I'll put in a good word for you with the...
They're all gonna rot if I don't deal with them in time.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin de
in time.
I do worry about the well-being of my retinue during my impromptu absence.
I'm sure the good people of the Adventurers Guild are absolutely fine, mein Fräulein.
They're all gonna rot if I don't deal with them in time.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der Verirrt...
They're all gonna rot if I don't deal with them in time. They're all gonna rot if I don't deal with them
May
in
the
time.
glory of the Prinzessin bring light to this world.
They're all gonna rot if I don't deal with them in time. They're all gonna rot if I don't deal with them in time.
I've faced many opponents in my duels. Most of them I defeated. The rest surrendered. No, I have never lost a duel.
They're all gonna rot if I don't deal with them in time. They're all gonna rot if I don't deal with them in time.
In my role as champion duelist, my opinions do not matter. For when I draw my blade, I am but an instrument of Fontaine's law.
They're all gonna rot if I don't deal with them in time. They're all gonna rot if I don't deal with them in time.
A duel is a battle of wills, and the sword an extension of the duelist's spirit. If your heart recoils in fear, then your sword may as well be in its scabbard, because you will not wield it effectively against your foe.
They're all gonna rot if I don't deal with them in time.
In my role as champion duelist, my opinions do not matter. For when I draw my blade, I am but an instrument of Fontaine's law.
They're all gonna rot if I don't deal with them in time.
I've faced many opponents in my duels. Most of them I defeated. The rest surrendered. No, I have never lost a duel.
They're all gonna rot if I don't deal with them in time. They're all gonna rot if I don't deal with them in time.
A duel is a battle of wills, and the sword an extension of the duelist's spirit. If your heart recoils in fear, then your sword may as well be in its scabbard, because you will not wield it effectively against your foe.
They're all gonna rot if I don't deal with them in time. They're all gonna rot if I don't deal with them in time. They're all gonna rot if I don't deal with them in time.
I've faced many opponents in my duels. Most of them I defeated. The rest surrendered. No, I have never lost a duel.
Got it. I'll set off right away. Amber! Oh, hi. Yeah, I was just getting ready.
Oh,
Sarah, what?
you miss another bizarre order came in just now. It's like they're hosting a banquet or something. Really? You don't mind helping? That would be wonderful.
Yeah, well, those hilly churls are going to be a handful, too.
Well, why don't you take this order?
Are you sure he can be trusted?
We're well past
A fight?
Okay, go and get ready.
Oh!
Have you brought me 3 sweet flowers?
Loaded.
Have you brought me 3 sweet flowers? Yep, that's everything. Now, order.
And so begins the story of us becoming basic kitchen hands.
You did say you'd help Good Hunter out. Any news on that sweet madame? Any news on that sweet madame? One sweet madame This smells
Sticky honey rope?
That's right. A mainstay of the Good Hunter menu. The knights order it almost every time they come here for a gathering. Let me teach you the recipe for a sticky honey roast.
Wait, didn't you say it's your pride and joy? You're going to teach us how...
With your cooking skills, as soon as that sticky honey roast is ready... I'm still waiting on one sticky honey roast. Today's I'm still waiting on one sticky honey roast. I'm still waiting on one sticky honey roast. This is... Wow! Did you...
Are we released from kitchen duty now?
Yes, thanks. If you ever get tired...
Think we're finally finished with the commissions we were doing for Jean. A day in the life of Jean really is hard work. Wonder how she's feeling now. Let's head to the cathedral and pay her a visit.
Ready.
When Barbara's working, she's so...
Loaded.
Hi, Barbara. We're back. Welcome back. You must be exhausted. Jean has That's great news! But she just left the she tried to... Where? Oh, that huge... Jean goes there whenever... Barbara, Jean, mentioned... That's what I'm worried about, too. But I still have work to do here. worry. We'll take over nursing. Great.
Lady Vanessa, I hope your watch over Mondstadt remains unclouded. I do not know if I, or the rest of the world, as you had hoped for, have become stronger. Huh?
Hi, Jean. Are you feeling better now?
Much better.
Are you sure? We saw you beneath the tree just... Are you sure you aren't pushing yourself too hard?
Oh, thank you. That means a lot to me, but I must find a way to cope with...
You truly revere Vanessa, huh?
I do. As the Xi-WhiteFang Knight, she courageously overthrew the oppressive ruling aristocracy of her time. Then, she founded the Knights of Favonius and became known as the Dandelion Knight, spreading grace and compassion throughout the land.
Dandelion Knight?
Actually, all of the Knights of Favonius master...
Oh, that makes sense now. You too want to be as gentle as the dandelion.
Yes, I know it sounds like a huge... but I see it more as a huge responsibility. After all, it is a lot to live up to.
Paimon thinks so too.
Huh?
Jean?
Who's there?
Cadre. Finally, an opportunity comes to get rid of the master in a moment.
How did they know about Jean? Choosing this moment to strike is a low blow.
As long as my name is the Dandelion Knight, I swear...
Since this opportunity has slipped away...
Stop! After him!
Jean, you're still recovering.
No. I do trust you.
Fine.
How badly are you hurt? Oh, one of my own being injured. Let me handle this alone.
No, you are...
Okay, but before we move out, at least let me heal everyone with...
Thanks.
I swear by my sword!
Looks like our forefathers right. To think you chased me this far. Face my grave subordinates. I put a spell on them to calm their fear of water.
Rise!
Into the shadows.
Face the fury of my flames. This one is enough to reignite the fiery fury of the rest.
Crumble! Gather!
Wait, hear me.
Solidify!
I swear by my sword!
Looks like our fates are intertwined. The things you pushed me this far. But let me deal with you myself.
Barbados, guide us.
Where evil lurks, shoot on sight.
Whew. Thanks to Barbara's help, my condition is better than I thought.
The main thing is that you're safe. Now, isn't it time to get back to Mondstadt and rest, Acting Grandmaster?
Yes, I should at least go and thank Barbara again. I hope she's not upset with me.
Prey will usually rest on rainy days, but not the hunter.
Master, you finally returned.
Swan, were you waiting?
Yes, at the Angel's Share. Okay, I know.
Huh?
Well, it's fine. Now that I have had the chance to stretch my legs, I feel much better.
Oh, great.
For goodness sake, what is happening to the world?
Well, oh, what's all this?
It's a thank you party for
A thank you party.
Jean, when we heard the news about your illness, we were all so worried about you.
We can only imagine.
We thought that since you so rarely take any time off, we'd take this chance to throw you a party. After all, you'll never let us do this once you're...
Jean? Huh?
It's easy to forget.
Thank you. But...
Fear not. We wanted to make sure you could relax, so while you were away, we all pitched in and finished off your work for you. Every last task.
Did you really? Even the issue with the food...
It was no different from what we see on patrol. A couple of hilly churls. Didn't take much to get rid of them.
And the tax returns?
I spent so much time...
Well,
Are you kidding me? That rascally prince was apprehended.
Enough already.
it is my honor to work alongside you all. Praise be for the Animo Archon's guidance. Speaking of work, it must...
Actually, our friend here was the key organizer behind all of this. See all of this food and drink? He made sure it all arrived on time. Not only that, but he cooked each one of these beautiful dishes himself. So relax already. There's no need to be so modest. Of course, we also have Master Diluc to thank for the venue.
Despite my initial reluctance to sponsor a Knights of Favonius event, I, like any other citizen of Mondstadt...
Oh, all right, all right. Agreed. Now, let the party begin!
It looks like everyone seems to be partying hard. Paimon thinks we should join in the fun. Let's go and mingle. Oh, and Paimon thinks she saw Jean go upstairs by herself. Let's make sure the woman of the hour doesn't get left out.
Oh, it is you. Yes.
Uh-oh.
I want to thank you again. Either way, and it has taught me something.
What's that?
I am definitely more of the Lion-Fang Knight, but it was the Dandelion Knight that represented her hopes for the future. I do believe that Vanessa watches over us, whether from high up above or from the wind all around. Let the wind lead. The winds of freedom will guide us along the path that lies ahead. I hope you will continue to join us on that path.
Come in, take a seat. Take a back out. A few specials today.
Hey, look over there! She's all by her because she's acting as if she's talking in a... What? You mean, you used to... so is this an Oh, so this imaginary... Seriously? So, Oh, Paimon was looking forward to meeting yours. Hey, don't suppose your sister has an imaginary friend, too? No way! You guys, because they have the...
Oh, Traveler! Fancy...
don't...
I'm here because... Come now, that's no... For this particular...
dangerous?
That's right. Sadly, Lisa...
Huh?
If you want to know for sure, just ask...
So...
Anyway, it's all yours now, Traveler. Take a look. See if you can see Nora's imaginary friend.
Do you see him? Do you see him?
So it does work for you two.
Paimon wants to see? Wait, but this gizmo is... Alright then. Flora from the flower shop always seems kinda floaty-headed. You know, Paimon bets she has an imaginary friend.
Quake!
Loaded.
No rest for the wicked.
Rise! Order guide you!
Into the shadow.
Crumble!
That doesn't sound very good.
Rise! Solidify! Propagate! Quake! Stabilize!
Loaded.
There it is! Behold!
Wait, imaginary...
Hi, Traveler. Hi, Bard. Sure. How can I help? Mr. Floaty is my bestest friend. We grew up together.
No, Flora, why exactly?
What's wrong with it?
Friends with a flying...
Because then when it's windy, you and your friend can fly off into the sky together. You gotta admit that's pretty cool.
Isn't that called being blown away?
I only found. I think his name was. Stanley. Stanley. And you can tell he's an ex. The Amazing Adventures of Stanley are super famous in Mondstadt. He's in the city at the moment.
That sounds like a fun idea for next time. But, right now we have other things to attend to.
Flora's a pretty mysterious kid.
Which child shall we interrogate next?
Paimon's thinking. Oh, how about that little guy on the bridge?
Well,
Timmy's imaginary friend is a ruin god? Paimon's Huh? Paimon has a favorite line? Serious? How about we explore? Children are more open-minded. Is that why they can think up all kinds of imaginary friends?
Fitting, isn't it? That the City of Freedom should be home to children with such boundless powers of imagination.
What about adults' imaginations? Let's ask some adults at the tavern.
Jules from Liyue. Come take a look.
The thing about wine is, you have to drink it at the tavern, or you miss out on half the fun.
Seems to me you...
If I
just drink responsibly on my premises, okay?
Oh.
Throw you out?
You know, the same way you threw out Father's legacy.
I see no reason to cling to things.
Is that so? Then I trust you were most swift indeed to part with a certain vase?
Sorry.
That's odd. Master Diluc, I'm sure I saw such a vase in your home. A beautiful one, unmistakable in fact.
Seems our suspicions were right.
Like I said, a lack of childlike...
So people just stopped dreaming?
This raises an interesting question. At what age? What? How about Ellen? Someone of her age surely must have some imagination left, don't you think?
Uh-oh. Somehow Paimon finds the idea of not being able to see Ellen's imaginary friend kinda scary. Master Jean Ellen's imagine. So she's so determined to become a knight that she... Okay, that...
Huh? Oh.
Are you always training?
You bet. Oh,
so that you can fight.
I...
Seems Ellen really...
Oh, thanks! I was thinking, it's not every day I get to hang out with the... How can I smash all these training dummies at once? Huh, so that's how to do it. I'm impressed. Oh, thank you. It's clear I still have a long way to go in my training.
So modest.
Oh, well,
Ellen!
thanks. Shoot. Honorary knight. Could you deliver a message to Jack for me? He's gone adventuring. Stanley's... We were gonna meet up tonight and discuss adventure plans. Could you let him know it'll have to... Great!
The Temple of the Lion? We explored this place once before, didn't we? During the Storm Terror incident. Seems like it's now a hot spot for adventurers. That can only mean one thing. Looks like we can't go any further.
Not to worry. Allow me. Those who wander in the dust, the wind shall send soaring sky high.
We didn't bag all the loot last time!
Here we go. Yahoo! Yeah. Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Yeah!
Crumble!
Brace yourselves. Let's play.
Terminate!
Into the shadows.
Enough. Time for takeoff. think you can get away?
Hey, are those guys?
Brace yourself. Oh dear.
Logan. Hunt them down.
Wings of darkness!
This is order.
I was so
To be fair, So,
Yes.
Actually,
Ellen has a message for you. She said she won't be able to join you today to plan out your next adventure together. She'll join you some other time.
Oh, I see. I feel bad you had to come all this way to find me, and then had to rescue me.
Huh? I don't see what all the fuss is about. It was nothing that I, Stanley, couldn't have dealt with by myself.
Whoa! You are Stanley? You are that legendary adventurer? Renowned in all of Mondstadt? Who once set foot in the Mare Javari?
The very same.
I must say, it's an honor to meet one as legendary as yourself. Well then, how would everyone like to proceed? Head back or head further inside?
Well, I think you're now in the safe hands of Stanley, the great explorer and legend of Mondstadt. In which case, why head back now?
Okay, motion passed by unanimous consent. Let's head further in.
So, I'm guessing you mostly came here because you want to hear my adventure stories. Am I right?
No, we really were just looking for Jack.
What? Do you know who I am? I am Stanley, renowned adventurer of Mondstadt.
Yeah, I think we got that.
Your attitude says maybe you don't got that. I am Stanley, the living legend. Stanley who braved the Mare Javari.
Enough already! Ugh. Stop name-dropping yourself every time you open your mouth!
It's true, though. Stanley is the most amazing guy.
Well, Jack will listen, won't you? Where was I?
You and your partner reached the Mare Javari, a famously terrifying place with not a wisp of wind.
Precisely! There was a deathly silence in the air. A sea of ashes stretched out before us, as far as the eye could see. The edge of Rari. Suddenly, my partner was caught in a whirlpool whipped up by an evil beast. Luckily, I managed to grab hold of him just in time.
Wow. So, did he make it?
I know you're able to set foot on home ground once more. With a gentle breeze.
Traveler, I believe I've made a small discovery. Could I ask you to use the Nernama detector once more?
What? Stanley has an imaginary friend?
It seems his imaginary friend is a seasoned warrior, covered in scars from head to foot, and a look of staunch determination on his face. You're saying his imaginary friend is an idealized version of his own self? Interesting idea, but is it true?
Please excuse me. I'll be leaving now.
Bye, Stanley. Do you two still have time to spare?
What is it?
A few days ago, Stanley got drunk and told me a secret. Something he's never told anyone before. The weapons he took on his adventure all those years ago, they were none other than those once wielded by Mondstadt's greatest hero, Vanessa herself. The Sword of Brilliant Valor and the Shield of Magnificent Honor. I don't know whether you believe me, but apparently, both the sword and shield are still right here in Mondstadt, over in Dadaupa Gorge. Since you guys are the experts at this, can you come with me to try and retrieve these two legendary weapons? You bet! This is Stanley we're talking about. If I can just get a hold of something impressive enough to show my family what I'm capable of, maybe they'll finally come around to the idea of me being an adventurer. Right now, I'm just a rookie. My abilities are limited, and my parents don't support my goals one bit. So, what do you say? Help a guy out? I can't bring myself to tell Stanley about it, because my reasons are so, selfish. But, I swear I'll give the weapons back to him as soon as I'm done.
Aw, poor Jack. Let's help him out. Venti, you coming too?
I don't know.
Oh, one other thing. I have a bottle of rare vintage wine that I had someone fetch for me a couple years ago. Help me find these weapons, and it's all yours.
Dadaupa Gorge, was it? Let's hurry, there's no time to lose.
A duel is a battle of wills, and the sword an extension of the duelist's spirit. If your heart recoils in fear, then your sword may as well be in its scabbard, because you will not wield it effectively against your foe. In my role as champion duelist, my opinions do not matter. For when I draw my blade, I am but an instrument of Fontaine's law. A duel is a battle of wills, and the sword an extension of the duelist's spirit. If your heart recoils in fear, then your sword may as well be in its scabbard, because you will not wield it effectively against your foe. In my role as champion duelist, my opinions do not matter. For when I draw my blade, I am but an instrument of Fontaine's law.
Crumble!
That bunch of hilichurls! Are they holding some kind of ceremony? And what's with that pile of knickknacks? Are they worshipping them?
Seems so. That must be the Sword of Brilliant Valor, surely!
Into the shadows.
Lo and behold, the Sword of Brilliant Valor.
Are you sure? Looks kind of basic to Paimon, and a little worse for wear, too. Why would hilichurls be bowing down before a piece of junk like this?
Seems somebody tossed an old sword into a pile of...
This is in terrible shape, and it's so basic,
If you saw one in broad day, is valor not the same? When everything is going your way, it seems meaningless. Fades into the background.
You're right.
Let's scout around.
There's somebody there.
Stanley? What's...
He's acting.
What happened? What?
Huh? Oh, it's not...
What? Where?
Maybe it...
Loaded.
Stabilize!
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Lo and behold, the Shield of Magnificent Honor.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. It's a chunk of scrap wood with the...
There's also wine stains on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was just taken from a wine barrel.
And yet, my bard's intuition tells me that this is none other than the Shield of Magnificent Honor. Warriors wear their battle scars with pride, and shields... Surely an intact shield is... Though the soldier's body be tired and torn, still they fight till the very end, till they have no blood left to bleed. Such...
You do have a... Okay, then. Ahem. Well, okay. You take it from here. Uh-oh. He did not seem to appreciate... Uh-oh. He did not seem to appreciate... Uh-oh. He did... Oh, no. We ticked him off big time.
Into the shadows. Hunt them down.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Hey! He dropped the Shield of Magnificent...
Guys, thank you so much. I can't believe I actually found them. Mom, Dad.
Hey, wait! The wine, you promised! What are you doing?
Hey, what are you doing here, boss?
That's right. An after-dinner stroll, to be precise. We were also helping a friend look for something.
Paimon's starting to think Stanley might be a fraud. Did Stanley plant the sword?
Adventurers must be pretty familiar with... Wow.
It's only to be
Guilty conscience much?
Well, he shouldn't. Although, on further, someone who I wonder if such a person was forced to take their first.
What are you talking about?
Anyway, I propose we take a trip to Angel's Share tonight.
I've faced many opponents in my duels. Most of them I defeated. The rest surrendered.
Tell me, Stan.
Huh? Why does he keep repeating?
Oh, it's... If only you hadn't had this, you were in that.
I think our friend really did make it to the Mare Javari. And I think the tragedy he encountered there was real too. But the real adventurer, the real Stanley, that was his partner, not him. The real Stanley is the one who died.
Wait, so the...
I fear that may...
Stanley. Mondstadt Stanley will never die. I'm sorry, Stanley. Are you guys planning on eavesdropping much longer?
Yikes! We're busted!
Go away. Save your questions. And just leave me in peace.
But...
Leave now.
Honorary Knight! Venti! I've been looking for you everywhere. I wanted to thank you again for helping me find this...
Oh!
Yeah, really.
That's wonderful!
No, not yet. I still don't have what it... Besides, I'm sure... Stanley, we'll see you tomorrow then.
Stanley's really fond of that kid, don't you Jack left.
Oh.
Huh?
Just now, just a...
you're not a...
Stories, to be honest, that's my biggest. All these... But the one thing I can never forget is that he died in a windless land.
Exactly. Even in his... Instead...
I'm too old. No adventurer should have to go...
Hans Archibald.
My true name? How did you know? The wind. I can hear the wind blowing in the Mare Javari. I always believed you existed.
Will you hand me your old friend's spirit?
Huh? can't believe it. Thank you all. And thank you, Lord Barbados. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to calm back down. But I think that I'm gonna be okay.
Ah, wonderful! Stanley reconnected with his true self and Jack can finally go his own way. This calls for a celebration. And by celebration, I do, of course, mean libation.
And by libation, you mean you're not leaving this tavern till you're too drunk to walk, right?
No, the wine here's too expensive. Jack still owes me some wine, though. He promised me a rare vintage in exchange for helping him out, remember? I'll head off to fetch the wine. See you shortly. Let's meet at the usual place.
Huh? Where's that supposed to be? Why has Paimon never heard of it? Hey, Tone Deaf Bard! Hey!
Shoo.
Rise! Crumble!
You made it.
Just tell us where...
Yep. Well, when actually it's... The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet. It was about 2,600 years ago, before the world had come under the rule of the Seven. At that time, Old Mondstadt was ruled by...
Old Mondstadt? Oh, Paimon!
That's right. The Tyrant of the Back then, I was but a wisp among the thousand winds. I was just a tiny elemental being who...
A tiny elemental being?
Yep. In Old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told, where a tyrant ruled. I met a boy not that old. The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky. He was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return. The true sky and songs that cageless soar, were they not wishes worth fighting for? So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom. And we watched as his great tower fell none too soon. Mondstadt began anew, the story passed down, and since then never has another worn its crown.
So then what? What happened to your friend?
Say, Paimon, do you wish to hear the next part of the story?
Yes, of course! The suspense is killing Paimon! Now's the time you suddenly get a craving for apples? Really?
Getting a little peckish or something.
Paimon's headed up to
You know, you're so smart it almost makes me uncomfortable sometimes. But then, maybe it's a refreshing drink back to a song that I first heard from him. Fly, fly away. Like a bird in the sky. See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Rise! Order guide you.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Loaded.
Solidify!
Germinate! Propagate!
Ready.
Stabilize!
Into the shadows.
Quake!
I am defeated.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der Verirrt. I do worry about the well-being of my retinue during my impromptu absence.
I'm sure the good people of the Adventurers Guild are absolutely fine, mein Fräulein.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin... I hear the voice of fate, speaking my name in humble supplication. I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der Verirrt... I do worry about the well-being of my retinue during my impromptu absence.
I'm sure the good people of the Adventurers Guild are absolutely fine, mein Fräulein.
A duel is a battle of wills, and the sword an extension of the duelist's spirit. If your heart recoils in fear, then your sword may as well be in its scabbard, because you will not wield it effectively. Against your foe.
Finally. I almost fell asleep waiting. As usual, my predictions are correct. You, yes you, come with me.
Are you some sort of door-to-door fortune teller? Sorry, but we're not really interested.
You're not from this world, are you?
How do you know about that?
How? Because I'm a master of true astrology. If you've no other questions, let's be off. Fine. I'll exercise a little patience and explain. I am astrologist Mona Magistus, but considering that I am on a mission from my master to retrieve a certain box from Mondstadt. It was part of an agreement she made with a friend 50 years ago. But
not sure what getting some box back has to do with us.
Well, that's because I would also like to take on the guardian of the box. My master and her friend contended in the mystic arts all their lives without a clear... Well, I want to prove the power... Now, from my predictions, I know that my master's friend has left Mondstadt, leaving her successor as the current guardian of that box. Like me, that successor must also be one, but I would prefer to assure my
How did he get involved in this anyway?
The knowledge passed down to me from my master must be passed on in turn. If I were to bring my disciple to meet her, then the lead is already mine, no? And you are Mondstadt's great hero, my equal in status, so Come on, you don't actually have to become my disciple. There's something in it for you as well, should you come with me to get that box. Once I meet that successor and have a chance to exchange knowledge with them, I should be able to read your fate more accurately. Then I will have answers for you, even regarding such distant and foggy matters as gods and kin.
That does seem much faster than searching the land country by country.
Why, that said, I would like to pay a certain... There is a small inn near Mount Tianheng that never sees a lot of business, even though its food is always great value for the money. The owner has always been good to me, so I'd like to say a farewell before I set off.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Gather!
Well, it's no wonder that an inn set up here.
Mona, oh, you've come at just the right time. Did you see a jade ring while you made your way here?
A jade ring. Can't say I have.
Oh, that's not good. That ring was given to me by my mother, but while my back was turned, it was swallowed up by a slime.
That should be no trouble with Mona here. She's really good at astrology.
Absolutely not. Astrology is meant to be used to gain insight into reality and observe destiny itself. It's certainly not for such mundane affairs.
But didn't you say that the owner here...
This is a matter of pride and one's state of mind. If an astrologist thinks that their arts, their divinations will lose the power to guide and will not be able to pierce the fog of the unknown before them. Principles are principles.
Such a powerful ability, and you don't use it to earn a living? What a shame.
Well, I was going to put up 20,000 more.
20,000? Oh, it's nothing. I was just... Yes, of course. Still, it wouldn't be right for us to leave like this, so let's help to search for it.
Oh, Paimon knows?
I know. I'll leave this one to you.
Since it was swallowed up by a slime, maybe we can use elemental bait to lure all the nearby slimes to us. You remember the stuff we helped Master Diluc and... Paimon's the
Seems like you already...
Yep, we'll be back. The elemental bait's really strong. It will attract all the slimes in the area. Even if they're just slimes, they can be dangerous together, so we'd best prepare ourselves.
Stabilize! Here!
Ready.
I will have order! Crumble!
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Order guide you. Gather.
Time to testify. Loaded.
By royal decree.
Rise!
Found it! This must be the ring! It's so pretty. Mr. Zhu.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle. How's... Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Crumble! That's it! That's the one!
You actually found it. Not bad. Mr. Zhu, you must take care of such precious things a bit better. You might not be so fortunate next time.
You're absolutely right. How would I have faced my family if I had lost the 253rd ring my mother gave me? Oh, let me explain. My family owns 3 jade mines, and in order to ensure that I would be able to find myself a good wife, my mother had many jade accessories made as heirlooms. I think there might be over 500 of them.
Then why would you feel the need to set up an inn here?
Well, inheriting the family business too early unavoidably made things boring. Thank you, all the same. Here's the Mora, as agreed. Please take it.
Then I'll take it gladly.
But we did all the work!
A disciple should act like one. How can they steal their master's thunder?
Didn't we say we were just playing pretend?
Well, you need to start practicing now. If my rival is as smart as I think they are, they will figure you out in a heartbeat.
What was that rumbling sound?
Oh, right. You mustn't have eaten in days.
That didn't happen. Forget it. Well, I suddenly feel that you have indeed contributed to our good fortune. I say we spend this money on treating you to If we travel north, we'll reach the Wong... No need to thank me. I'm just doing as a good master should.
Did she say she was treating us? Is Paimon hearing things? She's such a good person. Let's have ourselves a great meal.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Why hasn't it happened?
But where are those who share the memory?
Opening an inn here was the worst idea ever.
This life isn't bad either. I guess I can keep living like this.
Why hasn't it happened yet?
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Was the worst idea ever.
But where are those who share the memory?
This life isn't bad either. I guess I can keep living like this.
Why hasn't it happened yet?
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
This life isn't bad either. I guess I can keep living like this.
Why hasn't it happened yet?
Opening an inn here was the worst idea ever.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Could it be true? What I've heard? Could it be true? What I've heard?
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Could it be true? What I've heard?
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Could it be true? What I've heard?
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
Could it be true? What I've heard?
Could it be true? What I've heard?
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, we'd be happy to teach you.
In my role as champion duelist, my opinions do not matter. For when I draw my blade, I am but an instrument of Fontaine's law.
Boring! Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
I've faced many opponents in my duels. Most of them I defeated. The rest surrendered. No, I have never lost a duel.
Being too popular can be such a hassle.
Who knew the people would adore me so much?
Howdy. Please, get straight on in.
Into the shadows. Move it.
Step on up. The show is about to begin. Overruled.
Entering standby mode. I hope nobody disturbs me.
Over here.
Time to go.
A sharpshooter.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
In my role as champion duelist, my opinions do not matter. For when I draw my blade, I am but an instrument of
It's fine. That hurt. Another rude
Transfixed. Hunt them down.
Surprise!
Into the shadow.
This is Her Majesty's gift!
This body belongs to ice and snow.
Over here!
Tea is ready. Now it's time for a short rest.
Didn't quite touch it.
Transfixed. Time to testify.
Step on up.
Into the shadow.
Over here.
Right.
else more interesting to do? Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper
A duel
etiquette,
is a
I'd
battle
be
of
happy to
wills,
teach you.
and the sword an extension of the duelist's spirit. If your heart recoils in fear, then your sword may as well be in its scabbard, because you will not wield it effectively against your foe.
Boring! Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
Loaded. Ready. Loaded.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
Surprise!
Entering standby mode. I hope nobody disturbs me.
Boring! Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
Tea is ready. Now it's time for a short rest.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
Seems Lenny is saying some strange things again. It's really worrying.
into the shadows. You will shoot on sight. In my role as champion duelist, my opinions do not matter. For when I draw my blade, I am but an instrument of Fontaine's law. I've faced many opponents in my duels. Most of them I No, I have never lost a duel.